It was sadly announced that all of Blockbuster's brick and mortar stores will be phased out by January, effectively ending an era that, I'm going to be honest, I thought had already ended.
Yeah, I was surprised that Blockbusters weren't already gone. I don't really see any around. I've been told there's one actually pretty close to here.
There was one kind of in LA that closed recently for not for them either. It was to build a new metro station. Blockbuster actually tweeted, "The last day to rent a movie from a Blockbuster store is this Saturday, November 9th. What will your rental be? #Blockbuster Memories."
So yeah, that's kind of silly. Is that this Saturday's the last day to rent, and then they're closing down? Why would anyone return any of those rented videos ever? What motivation do I have to bring that DVD back?
They want it back in the next couple months.
And if I keep it till January when they're closed altogether,
for 2 months, and then they'll say, "Fuck it."
It's kind of silly.
And it'll be yours. That copy of Dunstan Checks Out will be yours forever.
So what you're telling me is that I should go rent as many movies as I can from Blockbuster.
No, I don't condone that. But if you do it, then you do it. But that certainly no. That certainly shows Netflix has won. They've won the war. But there still are mom and pop video rental stores around. It just, I feel like Blockbuster never had the same quality they had. Like you'll go into an independent store and you expect there will be someone who loves cinema behind the counter telling you recommendations and the merits and the problems with certain movies. Blockbuster never had that. It was more of like a let's drag the family out here and wander around the aisles for a bit, argue, buy some nasty ass popcorn and go home and come back tomorrow lest we get late fees.
This article made me remember quite a bit about my experience with these kind of stores. I remember we started off, we didn't have a Blockbuster obviously when I was a little kid. There was a mom and pop video rental store and I could go there and like rent NES cartridges and
I
like
wasn't
movies.
allowed to do that.
And they had like the adult section behind the curtain in the back, which was like this weird mystical place that you could only peek into when like your parents weren't looking and the store clerk was not paying attention. Blockbuster never had any of that mystique.
Yeah.
Behind it, you know, you would go there and there would just be a million movies. You'd walk around for a couple, like half an hour until your dad was tired and like dragged you out of the store, and whatever video you were holding at the very end, that was the one you got, kind of thing.
And then you think, oh, I'm going to save money by only renting this and not buying it, but you rent it like 10 times. I don't know how many times as a child I rented Tiny Toon Adventures, which was a TV show and I could have just watched.
Yeah, and you paid in late fees and in multiple rentals way more than it would have been to just buy the VHS.
Yeah. So that era is over.
So now that it's dying and soon to be dead, it's interesting to think about some missteps that Blockbuster made along the way. For example, in 2005, Blockbuster had the opportunity to purchase Netflix for $50 million.
That was a mistake.
Which was just such a small fraction of what they were worth at the time. Can you imagine how it would be?
How the mighty fall.
Yeah, if they had made that purchase and like owned the digital distribution market for rentals these days.
Wow. Well, Blockbuster has their own digital distribution, right?
But
it
rolled out way
with
later
Netflix.
than Netflix.
Yes, yes.
And in fact, Reed Hastings, the founder of Netflix, did so because he was so dissatisfied with renting movies from Blockbuster. He was sick of late fees. He was tired of having to drive the videos back. He's like, there's got to be a different way.
Good for you, sir. There is a different way. You invented it, and it was
so
brilliant.
Rich now.
And thank you, because I do enjoy my Netflix Instant.
Oh, instead of spending that money on Netflix, Blockbuster instead invested in Enron for broadband services.
Oh, what a mistake.
You cannot write this stuff.
That was awful.
Out of control.
Wow. That's a great Netflix memory. What are your Blockbuster memories, as they've asked us to give them with that great hashtag? Let us know in the comments and also on Twitter.
If you can use YouTube comments, I still haven't figured it out.
It's Google Plus now.